Over the past 3 decades, Stephen Aguayo has been completely immersed in show and race car builds and as of today, isn't interested in slowing things down. Having been introduced to the highly addictive car building world early on, he grew up as a regular at local California car shows throughout all those years and continues to be a part of the non-stop events calendar. A90 Supra profile filter. See all 21 photos. The next generation. How this particular A90 GR Supra came to be is of special significance for Stephen as it signaled a passing of the torch, so to speak. He adds, "My son took notice of my car building history as well as some recent projects, and he's always been drawn to newer, sportier vehicles. He asked if we could build a car together, every father's dream." His son, who at 19 is already modding his own Toyota Corolla, joined his father in coming up with the right chassis to start with. After some back and forth, the two decided on a 2020 Supra, and after sifting through the internet in search of potential upgrades, Stephen's son took notice of HKS' widebody kit, and it became the focal point of the project. That specific desire led us to one of the biggest challenges of the entire build in finding and acquiring the kit promptly, he notes. With only a few kits ever having been ordered from HKS at that time, and none officially installed in the US, the two had a tough time getting access. Sponsored content. The Brabus GV12 900 1 of 10 by Brabus. Fortunately, Stephen was able to avoid the waiting lists and with the help of Vivid Racing, imported a complete kit that included the rear wing, which is a rarity in and of itself. To make the transaction that much sweeter, other HKS goods were brought in as well and help round out the iconic Japanese tuner-inspired build. A90 Supra rear quarter filter. See all 21 photos. Extreme aero. There are quite a few wide-body treatments available for the current Supra, and in terms of width, HKS is among the most extreme, pushing all 4 corners out substantially via bulbous flares, the front and rear of which are tied together by swooping side skirts. Oversized bumper canards and a front splitter produced by Pandem were added to the front and accompanied by HKS' plate-style winglets atop the rear fenders. Rather than morphing into the Supra's rear apron, the rear fenders end abruptly with hollowed-out center sections that make their distance from the taillights more dramatic, their lower portions turning in slightly to reveal some of the rear tires. The chassis-mounted HKS FRP rear wings uprights are positioned behind the car with the wings plane settling over the hatch's end. The original mirrors were pulled and replaced by EV's Tuning's GTLM Aero versions and are much better suited for the car's new look. Being that Stephen and his son wanted to build a show-worthy Supra, they opted for an adjustable air suspension. This would allow the car to make it over surface streets without destroying the high-dollar aero before airing the system out completely and leaving almost no gap between the kit and the ground. Custom 3-piece DPE mesh wheels in 19x10.5 in the front and 12.5 in the rear were fitted with 285/30ths front and 325/30ths rear Toyo Proxes to fill the huge space left over once the fenders received the HKS treatment. A90 Supra HKS blow-off valve filter. See all 21 photos. Bite to match the bark. A vicious, technical look that took the A90 Supra from slender sports car to muscle-bound behemoth, leaving the engine stock while carrying around that aggressive attitude would have been a travesty. Pop the hood and that BMW-produced B58 that so many continue to pout about is still in place, though it's been dramatically updated with some choice additions from HKS, the most noticeable of which is the GTI i4R and signature anodized purple Velocity stacked. Sitting just behind the passenger side headlight thanks to a full race turbo manifold, it's been wrapped in a turbo blanket and topped with HKS' embossed heat shield. On the opposite side of the bay is an HKS SQL blow-off valve and a peek at the custom titanium charge piping. The purple is offset by carbon fiber panels that cover and surround the engine that's been adorned with red anodized fluid covers from Golden Wrench Supply Company, and touches of titanium hardware are found inside and out. The attention to detail is a reminder that this was built as a showpiece that, unlike so many others, goes well beyond wheels, a drop, and a kit. In fact, with an Ecutech ECU on board and tuning by Payne, the fancy parts collection brought power output up to 600 horsepower with 565 pounds-foot of torque. A90 Supra airlift control filter. See all 21 photos. Lift the hatch and realize that Stephen and his son paid attention to every aspect of this project. The universe